getting into this episode of GH, it's about damn time. I'm glad BLQ and Lois finally let the cat out the bag that BLQ was pregnant before she gave the baby up. I'm glad they finally bringing up what pretty much everybody already knew. Um, Lois was irritating my soul because she was sitting there basically telling BLQ, "Oh, you don't owe Chase an explanation or whatever." Yes, the hell she does. I mean, it would be different if she was just dating Chase and that was just her boyfriend or something like that. That'd be different, but that's her husband. He has every right to know that she was previously pregnant and has a child out there. He has every right to know that. Like, what if the shoe was on the other foot and he had a kid out there that he was lying about or not telling her about? You think BLQ wouldn't be pissed to find that out? Of course. BLQ should definitely tell him the truth. She need to stop stressing about not getting pregnant. Like, BLQ needs, I'm glad Lois brought that to her attention. Like, when she got pregnant the first time, she was a damn teenager. She was younger. You know what I'm saying? You were fertile myrtle back in those days. Now you're like mid to late 30s. Like, of course it's going to be harder for you to get pregnant, obviously. It's going to be a little difficult for some women that are, in their mid 30s, late 30s. It happens. It happens quickly. Everybody's body is different. Everybody's different. I also think one of the reasons she's not getting pregnant is because I think she's putting too much pressure on herself. I think she's stressing about it too damn much. She just needs to act normal. You know what I'm saying? Stop thinking about it every day. She keep thinking about it 24/7. Naturally, it's not going to happen. Because I remember, funny thing is, I remember an actress talking about how she was pretty much in the same boat in real life. How her and her husband was trying to have a baby and it was not happening until they just decided to relax and not think about it and not talk about it anymore. And boom, she got pregnant. Like, stop pressuring yourself. Like, relax. But I definitely feel like she needs to tell Chase about her pregnancy, her teen pregnancy. She definitely needs to tell him about that. Because I feel bad for Chase, when he was talking to Sasha and stuff, like, he's getting worried that they're not getting pregnant and they're, trying to figure out why that's not happening and stuff. Because he's under the impression that this is BLQ's first time. So it's crazy how he's being gaslit to think that she's never been pregnant before. She need to go ahead and tell that man the damn truth. Because I feel horrible for him, to have to find this out. Because he probably going to have to find it out in the worst way. And the longer BLQ keep quiet about it, the worse the fallout is going to be. I mean, the fallout from this is going to be bad either way. Because she kept that damn secret so long. I wonder if Ned knows about this. So does Ned know that she was pregnant before? I don't think Ned knows. So if Lois knows about it, then that kind of tells me that they probably never told Ned. More than likely, Ned and Tracy probably don't know shit about this, which would be crazy. Like, Tracy has a great grandchild running around somewhere that she don't know nothing about. Well, I can't even say the great grandchild running around somewhere because the hell, the great grandchild is right up under their nose, low, right up in the house. So anyway, moving on from that. Y'all already know. I don't really care for Joselyn's grief over Dex. I really don't, because I already explained it yesterday. I don't care because I just feel like it's not right that we get to see all these scenes about her grief and Carly and, Jack talking about her grief, but yet we barely got to see anything with Trina. Like, that's crazy. That's foul. I just want to know what this heifer gonna do with that gun. She's sitting there trying to figure out how to load the damn thing. I'm like, what are you doing with that gun, Miss Ma'am? Like, do you plan on using that on somebody? Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm glad Carly realizes that her daughter is a lot like her in the worst way, because Carly is just the same way. Like, Carly has this thing where she has to latch on to something. You know what I'm saying? It becomes a mission for her to figure something out. She should have been a damn detective. Because they bury their grief down and they start looking for the why. Like, why this happened? Who's responsible? You know what I'm saying? That's what they focus on to take their mind off the grief. So I'm glad Carly realizes it. You know, like her daughter is just like her. Because she is. Joselyn is a spitting image of Carly with that attitude of hers. Same way. So anyway, moving on from that. I'm glad that Isaiah, even though he don't know Cyrus like that, I'm glad Isaiah pinpointed to pointed out to Portia that Cyrus is not gonna walk away quietly. Cause he's not. He's not. I could see it in Cyrus's face the other day. Like that anger that he had on his face. He's not walking away from this silent. He's not. It's gonna be a problem. Portia need to watch her back because the way he was looking at Portia, she could be another victim. She could be next. That's the way he was looking. Like, you're about to be my next, casualty. So anyway, moving on from that. Nina. Who the hell she thinks she is barging up in people's office talking about something she want to use the company jet? I'm glad Curtis told her no. Like, absolutely not. The company jet is for company business, not for you to be flying your ass off to DC, being up in your grown daughter business. That's not what the jet is for. So I'm glad she was like, oh, well, I'll just rent my own jet. Do so. You got money. Rent your own jet. What you using a company jet for personal issues? I'm glad Curtis vetoed that because she done lost her mind. Nina really don't listen to anybody. Like, she really don't, because everything Curtis has been saying to her is exactly what Ava was saying. I agree with Curtis. Like, Nina needs to let it go. She need to mind her business when it come down to Willow and Drew at this point. And that's how I feel. I feel like if Nina is not going to out her situation with Drew to Willow, then she need to let it go. She need to mind her business and stay out their business. Because Willow is grown. Going to DC to drag her and Wiley back, that's embarrassing, first of all. And it's ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. Your daughter is like 30-something years old. Like, back the hell off, lady. I totally agree with Curtis, though, about outing Willow and Drew. Making the affair public. I totally agree with him on that. Because it's going to make Drew have to make a choice. Either your political career or you're going to stand by Willow. You serious about being with her. Because honestly, Drew doesn't seem like he even cares about his political career. He keeps telling Willow himself he don't care. So that shows me it's like, at the end of the day, why not just step down as congressman? Might as well at this point, since he don't care. I'm not mad at Curtis for having ulterior motives for wanting to out Drew and Willow. Like, I'm not mad at that. Because at the end of the day, I get it. He has to secure his position. Even though he has a contract, some shareholders are not confident in him and his ability because he has minimum experience as a CEO. Well, next to nothing as a CEO. But my thing is, in theory, it's good to out Drew and Willow because I think that can definitely help Curtis. But that's only going to help Curtis in the short term. Curtis is going to have to prove he's a good CEO by making a company more profitable. That's all shareholders care about. They don't care too much for scandal. It's all about the money. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're stockholders. That's why they're investors. They want to see a return on their investment with some interest. So that's what Curtis needs to focus on instead of scandal. Scandal is only going to get you so far. He needs to come up with some good ideas that's going to make Aurora bigger than what Drew could have ever done with it. You know what I'm saying? Make it bigger. Make the profits high. That's what the investors care about. That's what the board cares about. They don't care about scandal. So Curtis better come up with some bright ideas and come up with them very quickly if he wants to maintain his position as CEO. I don't know why Drew keep acting like Willow is such a good mother. She's a terrible mother. Like, first of all, she pretty much implied that Wiley was in her hotel room by himself because she was like, oh, I got to get back to my room before Wiley wakes up. So who the hell is in the room with the boy? Ain't nobody watching him? He in there just alone? She is trash. Like, you left your son in the room while you go get some dick? I would have called CPS on her ass. Um, and who the hell thought it was smart to show a scene to have those two scenes coincide with each other? So while you got Michael burning up in a fire, Willow over here sexing up his uncle. Who thought that was good in the editor's room to edit those two scenes? Mm. I don't know what the writers were thinking when they came up with this Drew and Willow story. I don't know. Maybe they thought it would be soap goodness. I don't know. It's not, because usually I like mess like this, like affairs and stuff like that. I love it because it's a soap staple. The problem with this storyline is Willow and Drew are cringy as hell. That's the one of the biggest problems with the story. It's just very cringe. It's very awkward, weird. It's very just disturbing. It's like stalkerish. Like, I don't know what they're trying to do with this story. Like, they're trying to make this their love story. I don't know what the hell they're trying to do. But there's nothing love about this situation that's going on. Nothing at all. It's just gross. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way he looks at her, the way he acts towards her, it's just it's unappealing. Like, this is not a love story. This is just a stalker and his victim. Like, and I can't even call her a victim because the funny thing is Drew is sitting there trying to paint this picture like Michael is the one tearing the family apart when it's Willow that did that. Him and Willow, Drew and Willow did that. And yet they want to make Michael the enemy. They want to make Michael the bad guy in this. No, he's not. They're both just trash. Like, just two trash buckets. Moving on from that. It's crazy how Carly had to find out about the fire. Like, basically just overhearing a conversation. That's how she found out. I'm like, damn, couldn't nobody pick up the phone? I'm glad that Jason at least got something to cover Michael with. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm like, damn, somebody need to do something with the boy. Like, blow on him or something. That's all you had to do. Like, where the fire extinguisher at? Sonny don't keep one in the penthouse. And I'm going to tell you like this. As sad as it was to see Michael on fire, I will say I think that this is going to help Ava's case for full custody of Avery. Because Sonny was all giddy and happy that he thought he was going to win because Ava was having financial troubles. But wait until Ava hear about this. That a bomb got set off in Sonny's penthouse. His son caught on fire. Oh, she gonna run straight to the courthouse with this little juicy piece of tea. She gonna run right to it. Because think about it, a judge hears about this. Financial issues. Son on fire. Ava gonna win. Oh, Ava gonna win. What annoyed me with Carly when she went to the hospital was once she got the full scope of what happened, it just felt like deja vu. When she told Sonny, oh, somebody tried to take you out and Michael paid the price. I was looking at Carly like, you forgot a word because you meant to say again. She just left it at, oh, Michael paid the price. Don't you mean he paid the price again? Because this scene was so reminiscent of when Michael got shot. When he went into a coma. It's so reminiscent of it. Like, that boy done been through the ringer in his lifetime. But my thing is, Carly needs to look in the mirror. Instead of blaming Sonny all the time, why not blame Jason? Like, I feel like they all need to take responsibility for what happens to their family members because of the choices that they made. Carly is constantly getting mad at Sonny whenever some type of mob hit or whatever affects their children. But she needs to take stock in herself and look at why that is. She made the choice to have children with Sonny. She moved mountains to make sure that Sonny became Michael's father instead of AJ. She made sure Sonny raised Michael instead of AJ. So these are the consequences of said actions. Live with it. She made that choice. She wanted Sonny to be Michael's father so bad. Well, this is what comes with it. You're going to get shot at. You're going to get kidnapped. Explosions, the whole shebang. That's what happens when you procreate or have a mobster adopt your son. That's the business. That's what happens. What are you going to do? So she definitely needs to take stock in herself. But you know what? Now that Michael's going through what he going through, it was hard to watch Michael laid up in that bed with them burns and stuff. Like, that was some, oof, that was some graphic shit. But at the end of the day, with Michael being in this predicament, I'm going to need for them. This is the one time I will say, one of those times I will say, Carly needs to be unleashed. Because look at Nina, all up in Willow business and stuff like that. And Jason is hell bent on Carly staying out of it. But this is the one time, one of those times where I will say they need to let Carly off the leash. They need to let Carly handle this. You know what I'm saying? Let her protect Michael's interest. That's why I'm hoping that Michael has some type of documents drawn up to where his kids are protected as far as his estate, and Willow can't get shit. You know what I'm saying? She can't have control over anything. Because I have a feeling when Willow gets to that hospital, now that Nina done called to tell her what's going on, I have a feeling that as Michael's legal wife still, she's going to try to take control. So they're going to need somebody like Carly or something to jump in there and be like, nope. That's what they're going to need. Because if Michael can't defend himself or fight for his rights, Carly going to have to. Because I wouldn't trust Willow at this point. Especially with Drew and Nina in her ear. Absolutely not. Because I definitely have a feeling that Nina and Martin are going to see this as an opportunity. There's no question about it. They're going to try to take full advantage. So hopefully Carly can step in there and shut that down. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought. And I will see you all later. Peace.